Well, sadly, shootings are now happening at least once a day in the U.S. It's become the unwanted norm across the country. According to the Gun Violence Archive, so far this year, there have been 261 mass shootings. That's where 4 or more people are shot at one time.
We know the toll gun violence takes on people directly involved. We want to take a look at those not directly impacted and their lingering mental anguish. In this Full Circle report, Vanessa Ariza investigates the mental fatigue that gun violence in America takes on our society.
Trauma surgery was an unexpected chosen path for Dr. Joseph Saccharin. At the age of 17, he was shot in the neck with a .38 caliber.
I had a ruptured windpipe. I had an injury to the big blood vessel in my neck. I had paralyzed vocal cord. So a pretty significant injury that, not everyone survived.
His story is much different than those he's now racing to save in his OR. He sees firsthand the toll gun violence is taking on families. And the severity of it, he says, is getting worse.
We continue to both, locally and nationally see the numbers to rise. Not just the numbers rising, but also what I call this intensity of violence, meaning the number of times people are shot, the number of headshots.
Dr. Saccharin explains he's had time to deal with the aftermath of not only his shooting, but those he continues to see day in and day out. But for others, he understands the mental toll it can take on the human psyche.
People are scared, justifiably.
Natasha Pierre is a mental health educator. She herself has changed the way she goes about her daily routines as a result of shootings across the nation. We can't control the amount of shootings today, but she says what we can control is how we handle the stress of it.
First is recognizing that you're human and that the emotions that you're feeling are normal and true and valid for you.
Pierre is seeing more people with what she calls complex and vicarious trauma. They feel guilt for not having been directly affected, but they're still sad. Or they fear they will become the next statistic.
I tell people to get into a support group. Find a support group of people who are just like you. You don't have to speak, you don't have to turn your camera on, but just listen.
Trying to find a support group can be overwhelming. The question is, where do you even start, right? Well, we posted resources for you on our website, abcactionnews.com, to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you. We continue our Full Circle piece tonight at 6 o'clock. I sat down with a mother who knows all too well about vicarious trauma. Her son's best friend, he was killed at the NAS base in Pensacola back in 2019. You'll hear from her and how she and her children have been able to move forward. Back to you.